Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and let's get straight into the chart. This right here is the 12-hour Ethereum chart, and if you're looking in the parabolic stop and reverse indicator, this has just flipped back into the green, which is technically a bullish signal. But keep in mind, from time to time, we can see some false signals in this indicator. So that is why we need to pair this indicator with other indicators like the RSI and the MACD, for example. And they have not confirmed another bullish reversal in terms of these short-term bullish and bearish trends. And on top of that, if you're simply looking at the price of Ethereum, we are still forming lower highs, which means technically speaking, even though we do have one bullish signal here, we have not broken out of this short-term downtrend just yet. And over here on the daily Ethereum chart, it's pretty much the same story. The RSI and the MACD are technically still in their bearish trends, which is similar to what we saw in the middle of February. And obviously we played out a couple weeks worth of bearish price action during that time period. And then it was the moment the RSI and the MACD on the daily time frame started to flip more bullish again, that is when we saw a new uptrend in the price of Ethereum that lasted for the next couple of weeks. And as for support and resistance, we have this previous Fibonacci level, which was acting as a bit of short-term support, and that should now be acting as resistance, coming in at around 3,170 approximately. And then we have the 38.2% Fibonacci level, which is still acting as support for Ethereum in the shorter term, and that is coming into play at around 2,950. And anything below that, we do have this 50% level at around 2.8k, but more importantly, the golden pocket, which is coming into play at around 2,500 to 2.6k. But even though the price of Ethereum is technically still in this shorter term bearish trends that normally last for a couple weeks or so, when you're zooming out to the 3-day Ethereum chart, technically speaking, the trend over the past few months, ever since January, has been a bullish trend for Ethereum. And as for support and resistance on this chart, we have resistance coming in at around 3,500 and major supports coming in at around 2.6k. And technically speaking, this larger price structure will only start flipping bearish again if we break below that 2,500 to 2.6k level of support, which we have not seen just yet. And while we're on the 3-day Ethereum chart, of course, it is still important to pay attention to the 3-day Ethereum RSI, because it was only just a couple weeks ago we saw another rejection from this massive line of resistance that has been forming ever since the beginning of last year. But despite seeing this rejection, the 3-day Ethereum RSI is technically still within an uptrend because we're forming higher lows and higher highs. So honestly, as of right now, the larger timeframes for Ethereum are still not looking too bad. But with that being said, taking a look at the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart on the daily time frame, we are still seeing this bearish divergence alongside a bearish cross in the daily MACD for Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And as I've been mentioning over the past few days, these signals basically just mean that this uptrend is starting to lose some of that bullish momentum. And the most common outcomes from a bearish divergence is either sideways price action or a slight pullback. And obviously over the past few days, we have seen some more sideways price action. But obviously what I also have drawn out on the chart right here is the Fibonacci retracement tool from this swing high to swing low, and this places the golden pocket at around 0.078 Bitcoin per Ethereum, going up towards around 0.079 Bitcoin per Ethereum. So if you forget the bearish divergence in the RSI and the bearish cross in the MACD, if you're simply going off levels of resistance alone, we still technically have a little bit more room to the upside before we run into that major level of resistance at the golden pockets. And technically speaking, that is still a possible scenario moving forward, but obviously that will be forming a new higher high in that scenario. But considering where the daily RSI is sitting at right now for Ethereum versus Bitcoin, if we do come up and form a new slightly higher high up towards the golden pocket, it is very likely we will just form another bearish divergence. So basically Ethereum versus Bitcoin on the daily time frame is technically looking more bearish than bullish, and really that would only change if we see a confirmed break above the golden pocket. But as of right now, considering the bearish divergence and the bearish cross in the MACD, that is simply a less likely scenario. And when you're talking about Ethereum versus Bitcoin and pretty much any other altcoin out there versus Bitcoin, we need to be paying attention to the Bitcoin dominance chart, and here we are on the daily time frame. And as of right now, at the time of recording this video, the Bitcoin dominance is still finding support at that 41.3% dominance level. And as I've been saying over the past 2 weeks, while the Bitcoin dominance is above that level of support, Bitcoin is looking pretty strong, at least compared to altcoins. But if we break below that 41.3% dominance level, then in that situation, we could see another run in the altcoins, at least when you compare altcoins to Bitcoin, and that would also go for Ethereum versus Bitcoin as well. And if you want to stay up to date in the crypto markets at all times, make sure you follow me over on my Twitter for real-time updates just like this, and the link to my Twitter is in the description down below and also in the pinned comment. But anyway, if you found this video useful or simply enjoyed this, please make sure to leave a like down below, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. And before we click off, if you want to make more mining in crypto, whether or not prices are going up or down, then these two videos popping up right here on your screen are definitely for you to watch. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.